Howdy, partners. Ghost Kitchen here. So this is the end of V50. Technically, kind of. I got a copyright strike on my cover of Seven Horses yesterday, which was pretty weird. I think it was for the same reason that the Voidz themselves removed their Seven Horses video. I don't think it was their decision. I think they uploaded it and they automatically got a copyright strike on their channel. But the reason I'm stopping now is like the easy answer is I ran out of Void songs and I'm not creative enough to make good new Voidish songs. But the full answer would be, I'm pretty deep into my degree, and I've started a new semester a couple weeks ago, and it's getting really intense already because I'm taking a lot of classes, and they're not easy classes. Like I'm taking discrete math and evolutionary biology and mental disorder psychology and computer architecture. But I do want to say that as soon as Like All Before You comes out, I'm going to make tabs and identify the chords and cover all of those songs to put me over 50, because as of right now I'm at, like, depending on who you ask, I'm between 44 and 47. And I just wanted to give a recap of everything that happened. I had a good time. I practiced a lot. I hurt my fingers. About halfway through, I got this horrible injury on my thumb, and so playing guitar started to hurt really badly. But I kept going. I learned a lot. I got way better at guitar because I was practicing for several hours every day. I got better at using perfect pitch because I do have perfect pitch, but not in the way that some people do. Like, some people can hear a note and tell you what note it is. I can't do that. I can hear a note and then find it on the guitar and remember the note, like, you know how some people can't visualize an apple. They see a vague description of an apple. I can perfectly remember a tone, but I got better at doing that, at immediately finding what note is being played on a guitar. So I was able to identify the melodies in Seven Horses within like half an hour of it being released. But other than that, I had a good time. I gained under 100 subscribers. Not that much under, but it was pretty funny to watch people come in and then within a day leave. They subscribed and then I posted like 3 songs in the next 24 hours and they left. Just the upticks and then the losses were fun and funny to watch. But yeah, roughly 80 new subscribers, a few thousand views. I got above 250,000 total views on my channel, which is cool. That's not really why I'm doing it. I'm doing it more for the practice. I used to just use these 3 fingers for guitar mostly, but during this 50 days of Voidz, I noticed that I had started using my pinky more reliably. I learned new chords. I learned how to make very cool drum loops. You know, I've never been very confident in my drum programming, but I learned a very good way to do it that sounds pretty cool, and you can hear that on Carapatus Crunch. That's when I really was like, oh yeah, this is how you do that. During V50, my cat got spayed. Come up here. Come say hi. Come here. She's squinting at me. That means she likes me. My cat got spayed, and she's a pretty old cat, so that freaked me out. She's not super old. She's only like 6, but still freaked me out. She was very upset with me and the world for several weeks. So that was kind of a difficult thing to push through and continue making Voidz songs. And then as soon as I ran out of officially released songs to cover, I was at a loss for what to do. But even though I'm ending this early, I made it further than I did the first time that I did this. Because this isn't the first time. I've done something similar before where I went for 40 straight days making original songs, and they were mostly very, very bad, but I learned a lot, and that's the point. I learned a ton of stuff about how to use my DAW, GarageBand, and this time I made it at least 4 days longer than I did the first time I did it. So next time I'm gonna have to go even further. But yeah, like I said, as soon as Like All Before You comes out, I will study it and cover or mash up the rest of the songs on there. And that will put me over 50, I think. Maybe. Let me list some of the highlights just for people that might be seeing this after the fact or couldn't be bothered to watch every single one. I'm going to list some of my favorites. At the end of this, I started to lock into what if the Strokes wrote X or Y? Like, what if the Strokes wrote Infinity Repeating? What if the Strokes wrote Human Sadness? Those are some of my favorites for sure. Because Strokes songs are more fun to play and to learn than Voidz songs are. Generally, like All the Same was a very fun song to try and cover. So All the Same / Meet Me in the Bathroom was very fun. That's one of my favorites. Flexorcist, half the Strokes and half the Voidz. That's another favorite. My cover of Russian Coney Island, for sure. My cover of All the Same. My cover of Outro, Eternal Tau 2 Outro / Depression Jam. Coattails. I had a lot of fun. I was laughing the entire time I made Jimmy Goultron, Cool as a Ghoul, plus the Jimmy Neutron theme. Because I recently rewatched that whole series. And yeah, I got a copyright notice and it couldn't be viewed anywhere. So I had to take it down. But I used the intro footage of Jimmy Neutron. There's my cat. I used the intro footage of Jimmy Neutron, and yeah, they got me on that. I wasn't allowed to use that. They're not technically part of V50, but the Good Luck Babe by Chappelle Rowan, but it's the Strokes, and What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish, but it's the Strokes, are standouts to me. I had a lot of fun doing the Black Hole, but the genre changes every 8 bars cover. I had a really good time making The Eternal Tao plus All Words Are Made Up. I had a really bad time making Pyramid Games, but, you know, good and bad times are sometimes synonymous with each other. I had a great time making Curious, as you can probably tell. Like, go and listen to the clip test version. You can tell how much fun I was having. Leave It in My Dreams, but it's the Strokes. That's, I think, the highest viewed out of all of them. But that, you know, that doesn't mean a lot to me. Because, like, my highest viewed video I've ever uploaded on this channel was 45,000 views for the first upload I ever did in this category, Strokes and the Voidz. The Adults Are Talking. That's the highest uploaded thing, the highest viewed thing I've ever released, and I think it's terrible now, because it was like 4 years ago I did it. And, you know, you grow so much in 4 years, especially when you're just starting as an artist. I've only been recording music for like 8 or 9 years. I thought I was being pretty funny doing the Johann von Bronx in the Backrooms video. You know, it was kind of a lot to try and do, because the Voidz have such dense songs, because it's 6 guys that are incredible musicians, each one of them, that are trying to do their thing and be incredible on the same track. So for one person to try and replicate all of that once a day, it's a pretty huge undertaking, and I'm just surprised I made it 44 days. If we do the math here, I think I worked on every song for at least 2 hours, sometimes up to 5 hours. So let's say that the average time spent per day was 3.5 hours. In the past month and a half, I've spent 154 hours just doing this, just practicing and making stuff. And that's what I set out to do. I set out to get in a lot of practice in a short time. And the message that I want to convey here is not that, oh, I'm so good, look at all this stuff I made. No, it's that, you know, anybody can do this. Anybody can practice and have fun and have people, you know, gravitate to it because it's enjoyable. It's music. We're all part of it. We're all part of culture and music. So I think you should give it a try. You know, if you're musically inclined, or if you're artistically enabled, if you draw, if you play piano, if you know, whatever you do, try something like this. Try an endurance challenge, even if you don't post it online like I did. Just give it a shot. You know, hold yourself to it. I can't easily hold myself to anything, so I have to publish it online because people like Dark Donuts vids point out that I didn't get to 50. But that's really all I had to say. That's the whole thing. It's done. I didn't stick to it 100%, but I don't really care. I accomplished what I set out to accomplish. And I had a good time, and I hope you did too.